on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. And that lands in the end zone, so the opening drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The Raider ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Good. Makes the score Raiders 7, Chiefs nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
By the Raiders.
They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
13-yard line.
A gain of 3, second down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. This is out quickly to the right. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Williams, the ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hopping. And it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and...
Here's 2nd and 10.
31-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
A gain of a yard. And
A A quick toss outright. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Complete
Carr to the rookie Ruggs for a Raider first.
gain of 9 yards.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Raiders 10, Chiefs nothing.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The first running back drafted in April, this is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7.
Chiefs.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. It's caught. Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The ball carrier. Charvarius Ward on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the
to throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
Complete to number 11,
Henry Ruggs. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Raiders 20, Chiefs 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On 1st down, Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
tackled at
Well,
the
partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd down.
quick throw. It's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From just shy of midfield, Carr, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs, and that is caught. It's Ruggs, touchdown Vegas.
Complete to number 11.
3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They're going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
The City Chiefs.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now here is another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach,
To kick off for Las
the
Vegas.
Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
At the 35-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes taking it deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
Point conversion.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Callaway on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Sammy Watkins.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
He was brought down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
6-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. on play action. Now Carr. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
Complete to Henry Ruggs.
Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
44, Chiefs 13.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Callaway, the return man. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Callaway on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He was brought down by Eric Harris.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Mahomes completes that one to Watkins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The second-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Move that down.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Joker. Joe Chief. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. Express. Safety's creeping.
On first down, Jacobs. Bashad Breeland, the one that got him down.
He was brought down by Bashad Breeland.
On second down, Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chiefs 16.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
And it's third down.
Carr able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Carr's pass.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Brings up second and goal at the 11-yard line.
On second and goal, Carr. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And going deep for Hill. And now here is another interception. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty costs some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Carr to throw on second down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A gain of 7.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
4 yards. And a Las Vegas first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24. Check 734. 6 guard, check 6 guard. 734.
Here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Henry Ruggs, the ball.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Watch him. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Express.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yellow. Let's get it. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 43. Like 50.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now. 57. 180. 180. We're good. 280. Express. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Get down. Strip that ball. 618.
Carr going to throw here.
Here we go.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike 57. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, Chief. Check.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Second and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 44, 44.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Yellow. I'm coming for you, son. Watch twist, watch twist.
One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They find some open field here. And that will write a finish to this ball game.